this show is clean, pretty much.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 791. Wow, just 9 away from 800. Hello, it's Mike Matthews broadcasting from the last place on earth located somewhere in PodCastro Valley, California. Today I have part 2 of my Into an interview with Dustin Brown of the Portland band NTNT. Plus we hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the engineer, and a phone with 2 screens. Is that like a teenager with twice as much reason to ignore you? Mike's Daily Podcast. And on the last show, Madame Rutabaga gave up smoking because it's not good for you. Mike's Daily Podcast. And she wants to preserve her voice because it sounds so nice. Actually, it doesn't, but take my advice. Don't say that around her because you might lose your life. And if you do that, then you won't be able to listen to the show. And I'll be full of strife because I'll be like, nobody listens to that. Wait, that happens now. Mike's Daily Podcast. And I don't understand why, no matter how much rain we get here in California, we're still in a drought. Mike's why don't we just daily all come to the podcast realization that if you're going to live in California, you can't ever hydrate. You just have to find some other way to live without water. You have to live without water. You have to become like one of those turtles. Look who just walked in. Look who it is. Hello, my God, it's Chely Shoehart. Why are you laughing? Because you walked in and you're wearing something really nice and it took me by surprise. I am a gog. You are not a god, Mike Matthews. You're a human. No, I'm a gog. Whatever. Anyway, Mike Matthews, thank you so much. You know, I don't get any compliments anymore, and I dress up nice to be here at the last place on earth to be the gift shop supervisor. And it seems like nobody cares. They do, but they're still buying things at the gift shop, aren't they? That's right, Mike Matthews. Which I don't get a single cut of, do I? No, of course not. Look who else just walked in. Mike, why are you laughing? It's just, you look very nice today as well. Thanks. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman. This is John Deere the engineer, Mike. We decided that we should all dress up today. We called each other last night on our respective phones, and we said, let's dress up for Mike, since he never dresses up for us. True. Actually, let's look at what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing a Love Guru t-shirt. Yes, from that horrible Mike Myers movie that I could not even get through 20 minutes of it, even though it had, like, John Oliver, and that's the guy, isn't it? Is John Oliver the comedian, or is that the cook? I always get the two confused. The really funny one, or the cook guy? Am I being, like, Anglo-cist right now? Is that... Anywho, and there was the very lovely... Oh, what's her name? The one that dances and was in Dark Angel. Jennifer Alba, thank you. Wow, Mike, that took you a while. It did. I had to go there via the Dark Angel route. Because I remember that show being on TV and going, wow, this is awesome. But it's gone. Hey, this is what happened. The East Bay, apparently, this is in the local paper, the Castro Valley Forum. It says the East Bay was walloped by the strongest storm. Sorry, I can't read this because there's barely any light here at the last place on earth. I'm sorry, Mike. I need to change out all the light bulbs. No! John Deere, that's my job! Because I'm Floyd the Floorman! Yes, but the light bulbs are not in the floor. Oh, yeah. Well, you guys worked that out. So we were walloped by one of the strongest storms of the year. This was on Tuesday, producing the wettest one-day period. Let's hear it for wettest one-day periods. That didn't sound right. In the last 8 or 9 years, that is crazy. We haven't had that much rain in one day in 8 or 9 years. The rainfall was expected to surpass rainfall totals for the entire month of December last year in some areas. Wow. So even with all this rain, we're still in a drought. And more is on the way. apparently tonight we're going to get some more. And the National Weather Service issued a flood advisory for the entire San Francisco Bay Area. You've been hearing about the woes they're having in Southern California. They always get, the mudslides and everything down there because they hardly ever get any rain. A winter storm warning is in effect in the Sierra Nevada, with the highest peaks expected to get to 2 to 3 feet of snow. Yeah, we're still in a drought. It's crazy. We can never get out of it. So why don't we have massive buckets, massive cisterns placed all around California to catch the water? Mike, isn't that what they call like a reservoir? They have those reservoirs that catch water. Shut up! Anyway, what do you think about this? I just get tired of it's a news story you hear over and over again, the national news story. Whenever we're in the news, it's like, oh, California got a bunch of rain. They're still in a drought. Shock. You just don't care about hearing the word drought anymore here in California. Oh, yeah, all my friends, I do mean this. This is true. Just about everybody I know is doing everything they can to conserve. It's really uplifting to see that people are trying. We know in California we're in a desert basically, but it's anyway, rain, and meanwhile Californians don't know how to drive in the rain, and we crash, and it's sad. So, hey, move to California. It's a great place. Other than that, this doesn't have to do with PodCastro Valley, California, but it does have to do with Russia. There, I kind of did that right. The people who brought the phone with a screen on the back is having another crack at this concept. This, according to CNET.com, it's called the Yoda phone. No, not Yoda. Like, I met him on a rock and can't think of the Weird Al Yankovic song.
I met him in a swamp down in Dagobah, where it bubbles all the time like a giant carbonated soda.
S-O-D-A, soda. Oh, that's how you spell soda.
I saw the little runt sitting there on a log. I asked him his name, and in a raspy voice he said Yoda.
This is actually Y-O-T-A, Yota. And it's the Yoda phone 2. Russian broadband provider Yota makes a range of smartphones, but the Yoda phone series is distinguished by its rear e-ink screen. This spare display uses the same technology as the screen of a Kindle or other ebook reader, which display fewer colors than an electronic screen, but uses vastly less power. That means you can read text or keep an eye on important information from your phone, such as the time or new messages, without draining the battery. The first dual-screen Yota phone was released in 2013. A novel idea, it was let down by poor quality and a lack of apps. Those issues have been addressed in the second generation, which first came out in February at a mobile trade show, with improvements to both the main and e-ink screen. The e-ink screen is now a touch screen, which is handy, and you can zap a screen grab from the main screen to the back, where it will stay even if the battery dies, perfect for keeping a map to hand. The British price, since this is a website from England, is a steep £550, which is around $860. Even, gosh, the pound is so, mighty. Even more, and with the amount of pounds that I weigh, I am so mighty. I don't know where I was going with that. I weighed myself today. I've lost a couple pounds. I'm on this diet where I don't eat. I try and stay away from fat, bad fats. The avocado, omega-3, fish fats are good, but yeah. Anyway, sidetracked. So, what do you think about this phone? Do you want one of these? Do you want a Russian phone? Oh, I so do. Just don't want to pay for it with rubles, because I would sure need a lot. Because that is not a mighty currency right now with everything Putin's doing. But let me just say, if you would like to comment, you can email me, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. We read your comments on the section Emails for Me Mail. Oh, speaking of which...
Email for me mail.
I got this email from a guy named Morrow, and he writes, "Greetings, Mike's Daily Podcast. Wishing you only the best and congrats on your success." Oh, I didn't know I had success. All right, well, thank you. I hope I am having success. If I am, I don't know I am. But my name is Morrow, unsigned artist, celebrating 12 years. Interesting. People say I create music for the lonely hearts, for those broken dreamers. Wink emoji. I send here my latest productions. Okay, let's see what this says here.
I'm in love with your soul, losing control. Beauty of your soul. Life is the most precious thing I have.
Oh.
Only because I wake up every day by your side.
Okay. I'd like to know, please, if it is feasible to get an interview by you about my music. Looking forward to getting a response from you. Thank you and blessings. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. What did you think of that little bit? Here, I'll play you a little bit more. This is Beauty of Your Soul.
Even though it might be rough, the rhythm of this life.
Okay, what do you think about Morrow? Do you want me to have him on my show? Oh? Let me know, oh. Email me, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. If we get a bunch of emails, I'm going to get Morrow on the show because he seems to want to be on it. So thank you, Morrow, for the email. And by the way, he does have a SoundCloud website, soundcloud.com/Morrow-mu-sick. Okay, I guess you could probably just type in Morrow, M-A-U-R-O, and get the same result. All right. MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. Email me if you want him to be on the show. And also email me if you would like to be a guest on the show, or if you'd like to sponsor the show, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. We also have the website, MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com, with links to where to listen to the show in iTunes. Please subscribe to this show there if you have, iTunes fixation, or if you have an iPhone. And please rank the show, comment on the show, rate it, and that helps our ranking there in iTunes. You can also check out our Facebook page, like the Facebook page, and when I post a new show, share it with your friends, and more people will find out about us that way. There's also the Amazon link. If you're going to buy anything this Christmas, go through the link at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com. to Amazon. It'll take you to Amazon and you can buy whatever it is, and that helps us out. It helps support us because we get a little bit from that. Not that I've seen anything from that yet, but maybe nobody's going there. I don't know. So anyway, if you go there, possibly we'll get some support from that. Go to MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com, and then you'll see the Amazon link there on the left-hand side. And then there's also links to where to find us on Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spreaker, Mixcloud, Podomatic, Yelp, Tumblr, and Twitter. And don't forget, all the past interviews are there at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com, as well as the blog and the daily podcast picture.
Into an interview.
I'm speaking with Dustin Brown of the band NTNT. And where you guys, so you're playing Los Angeles, San Jose. Well, where are you off to after those shows?
After Los Angeles tonight, we're heading down to San Diego to play at Lestat.
At where?
Lestat Music. Lestat's a coffee shop in San Diego, but they have a really cool music venue next door that they have shows at. And good sound system, so should be a pretty rad show.
So Lestat's Coffee House?
Yeah.
And so this part is going to play on Friday night. So that is tonight, technically. So you need to think like you're in the future tense.
Oh, crap. What is today? Let's see. Today is Thursday. So
you're now Friday.
Still then Lestat's is tonight in the future.
That's right, and you've made it down there.
We're
now you're in San Diego and you're driving around. Oh, look at all the women in bikinis. And
It's